Hey everyone, Travis here on day one, week 5 of the LCS, joined by ZionSpartan Coast. You guys just beat XDG. So you guys are, for a while you guys were kind of battling out together, but you've asserted your dominance against XDG. What happened in that game? Like, you just went crazy and just were stomping people. Like, how were you able to get so strong?
I was playing like Yasuo and stuff, and I was just like, carries are pretty fun, but what if I play a carry that can also be a tank? And I'm just like,
Yeah.
hey, Jax works, and I was like, okay, pick Jax, but Nintendo dude played their early game pretty solidly, got a couple ganks, then I got like a kill, and I'm just like, okay, guys, this game's over, because like I get to the point where I 2v1, 3v1, like they can't stop me, and like when I'm split pushing like that and I get that strong, like the game's basically over. So it's really nice, unless I make some mistakes, which I did. I did make a couple mistakes that game, which I could clean up on. But my team played really solidly. Shifter didn't make any mistake. Like he made very few mistakes, if any, and that really made it easy for us to transition to the late game and end it.
Do you think that their comp allowed you to pick Jax there? Was that like something that you were able to pull out just specifically in this game, or could you pull that out in a lot of matches and be completely fine?
I think Jax works in most matchups, but I think he's especially strong against Trundle, which is why I wanted to pick him. And I think Jax, as long as you get ahead, he's a fine pick, and that's why not that many people play him. If you get behind on a Jax, it's like I'm useless. I can't tank. I can't carry. What can I do? If you get behind on Renekton, Shyvana, who cares? You're still a tank. So it's kind of risky, but it can pay off.
Kind of that high risk, high reward thing. Do you expect to see any Jax bans against you in the future, especially after people watch that match?
I hope not, but maybe, just maybe, they might decide to ban Jax because they're like, wait, he can't play tanks, but he can play Jax. Let's ban Jax.
Do you think there's any other champions that kind of have that ability to that are sort of similar to Jax, where you can sort of pull them out, especially in this like weird, tanky, boring top lane meta that we're seeing lately, and you can just sort of go crazy on them?
I can't tell you all my secrets, Travis, but we're gonna have to wait till LCS, but we'll see.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. You guys have been having a rough time lately. What do you think is actually causing that? Like, what's happening? Is it something on the team, or is it getting used to having Wiz Fusion on? Like, what's actually causing the struggles?
I think it's just like a mixture of a lot of things, mainly it being like bad picks in addition with like bad early game plays and just like a couple misplays with like bad picks and like bad direction in the game, like not understanding where to go. That can be really catastrophic, and it kind of like showed it like it didn't look, we didn't know what we were doing kind of, but like we're starting to like slowly pick better champions and like understand what we need to do to win more, but we're not flawless yet by any means, but we're slowly getting smarter and we're not making the same mistakes that we were before. Like we didn't throw a Baron this time. We almost did, but we didn't, and that made the difference.
What's the difference between, like what happened between the last split and this one? Because, you guys are having a little bit more of a struggle this time. Like, what changed to sort of throw you guys off your game?
We did have a roster change, and I don't know. I think the biggest thing is just kind of my champion pool is kind of really weird compared to other top laners. Like, it can be really strong or it can be really weak depending on what I'm picking and who I'm playing against. So I just got to make sure I understand my champion picks really well, or otherwise my pick can lose our team the game because we won't have a tank.
Right.
So Caitlyn just gets jumped on, Nidalee just gets jumped on, and there's nothing to protect them.
Do you think that the shift in the top lane meta towards less? I mean, you're known for like coming in and just stomping people. I think it's a little bit harder, like you said, to be able to do that on some of these other champions that are really popular in the top lane right now. Do you think that that might be a pretty decent component in? I mean, you were referencing your picks and what has happened with you guys.
Yeah, I really like the matchups where I can actually get ahead my lane and snowball, and a lot of these top lane matchups don't allow that. It's like, if there's a Mundo, let's just dive him. Like, I'm Renekton and I'm diving that guy under tower, and it's like a lot of the same stale play, but like, I really like the matchups where I can win it on my own and then also snowball, which I did not do. I actually got some help from Nintendo, but when I can play those matchups that can win my team the game, that's what I like to go for.
Any balance changes, anything like that that you'd like to see to change the top lane so that it's a little bit less, like you said, stale?
I just wish that Renekton, Muno, and Shyvana weren't so strong, but the game is how it is, and you just got to find your own ways to play it. Just because those are the strongest doesn't mean you can. Doesn't mean you have to play those. I mean, like there's other champions to find, but then usually it takes so much time and like the right team comp that it's kind of hard to find that champion. So it's a lot easier to just be like, I'm gonna play Renekton, Muno, and Shyvana because they fit in any comp.
But then, of course, whenever you find something like Jax, obviously huge rewards. What do you think of XDG right now? Because they've also been sort of struggling. Like, after playing them just now, what do you sort of see as areas that they need to work on?
I think it would have been better for in that game specifically for Zuna to like camp top lane because like if I get behind on Jax, then they can easily like snowball the game in their favor. But he tried to focus his ganks on bot lane, which was already losing for them. So I don't think it was that good of an idea. I think they're a pretty solid team, but I think they're as prone to like bad decisions as we are sometimes. So I don't know. I think they've got strong mechanics. They just need to like work on their teamwork, which is a lot of what these bottom tier teams lack a lot.
Very good. How's everything going at the Coast House? You guys are all the way out there in like Riverside area, right? But what's it been like having Alex Penn living at the house, having Wiz Fusion move in? What's you guys are doing stuff on like Mondays now, right? Isn't Alex Penn trying to organize stuff? So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, Alex Penn's trying to. We usually have like we used to have Thursday and Fridays for LCS, so our off days would be like Saturday or Sunday. But now that it's Saturday and Sunday for LCS, the only day we have off as pro players is Monday. So Alex Penn's trying to look for like a night where we just like play like board games and stuff with like other pro players and stuff. You know, just like a relaxed day where we're not just like thinking about League of Legends all the time, and that kind of helps like take your mind off things.
Very good. Hey, do you have any shout outs, anything you want to say here at the end of the interview?
I just wanted to say that I'm really glad I won this game so I could have an interview with Travis because I've really missed doing that. You know, losing all these games, no time with Travis. But now that I finally won a game.
I mean, I'll interview you guys after the loss, but I always feel like you guys, seem kind of sad.
You can interview me anytime, Travis.
You can check out the rest of our coverage and maybe future interviews with ZionSpartan at ongamers.com.